Hello, Tom here, and today we are going to be looking at the brand new grey version of Monster Clay. This has been something that people have been asking for many years, as far as I can remember, online and in various other places. And monster makers have listened. They have decided to start doing grey Monster Clay. Very exciting because I know a lot of people use Super Sculpt, which comes in a grey colour, and it means that for some reason when you're sculpting, especially I find with faces, I find that it's much easier to see the detail and the things that you're doing when you have a grey surface as opposed to the normal Monster Clay, which is like a, I guess you'd say, a browny, reddy brown colour. So I got this through as part of the prize package that I won on the Stan Winston School of Character Arts website. I entered a character sculpt competition and I won first prize, amazingly. So they sent me a prize package which included some of the grey, some of the normal Monster Clay. They sent me some texture stamps which I haven't got around to using yet. They sent me some tools. They sent me some more tools, some brushes, and they sent me a full line of the armatures for mask making, which is very exciting for me. I've not actually had a chance to make a full-size mask yet, so I will be getting around to that very soon. But I just wanted to have a little quick video about Monster Clay Grey. So let's get it open and we'll see. Now, already the first thing I notice is, because this is an oil-based clay, when it's produced, sometimes you can see on the surface here, you've got this greeny, yellowy kind of build-up here. And all that is the wax, or the oils inside the clay. And it comes to the surface sometimes when it gets warm. And it's always a good idea the first time you get a box of Monster Clay is to heat it up until it's almost completely liquid, and just give it a good mix, get all the wax back into the clay, and that means that it's consistent all the way through the tub. So first things first, let's just get a tool on the surface, see how it feels. I'm presuming this is the medium grade, I believe, yeah. So I'm presuming it's going to be exactly the same consistency and feel. Yeah, still got that super smooth feel to it that Monster Clay Grey has. As I said, this is a little bit waxy, this top layer. You can see it's kind of got some, you can still see the wax running through it. So already I'm impressed. I know what to expect with Monster Clay. Been using it for many years now. It's a fantastic clay. And this grey version is going to be great, I think, especially for people that do head sculpts, maybe 6th scale character head sculpts. I think we're going to start seeing a lot more people using this as opposed to polymer clay in the future. I think the big problem that holds back oil-based clay is moulding and casting. Many people don't know how to mould, or if they do, they only have a very basic knowledge or understanding of how to do it. And of course the materials to make a mold, a silicone mold, are not cheap. I know, at least, I mean, I'm based in Barcelona, and I think a small pack of the smooth-on silicone, you know, the smallest they do, is about 30 euros for me. Between 25 and 35 euros, depending on the product. So for me to mold a full-size figure, you're talking maybe 120 euros just for the silicone. Then I need to buy the resin, which is about another 20, 25 euros. Plus there's all the tubs, the containers, the clay to make the build-up wall, and everything else that goes into it. It normally turns out costing me about 300, 350 euros to mold a piece. So this is why I made another video, which I will put there, which shows you how to paint Monster Clay. So you can build a character up, you can finish it, you can paint it, You can take photos of it, and then when you've run out of clay and you need to buy some more, you can melt it back down, sieve out all the bits of paint and varnish and silver foil, whatever else you've got in there, and you can reuse it. That's why I love Monster Clay so much. So again, I'm just going to dig a bit deeper. It's going to be the same though. I'm pretty sure that, I mean, I knew this before it arrived, that the consistency of the clay would be pretty much the same as the regular standard brown colour. But it does feel super smooth. And for some reason, the grey colour makes it feel like a new clay. Something I've never played with before. Which is silly, because I know that I have. And if I took some normal brown Monster Clay here, it feels very similar indeed. The grey might be, if I'm not mistaken, slightly softer, but that could just be that I've had it in my hands longer. Not sure. But all in all, it feels good. Fantastic clay for detail, Monster Clay. You can get really crisp lines really easily. Let's see if I can just lay down a few wrinkles here. Smooths out really well. Monster Makers also sent me a bottle of their own brand Isopropyl Alcohol, which I've never used before, but it's the one that's specifically designed for Monster Clay. So it's going to be exciting to actually use the thinner that they provide. I haven't actually used it yet. I always just buy the highest strength alcohol I can find, not in the local shop, but either in a pharmacy or a hardware store. If I'm really pushed for alcohol, and all the clubs and bars are shut, I go to a pharmacy and I'll just buy some rubbing alcohol to put on to dress wounds. And that seems to work okay to take the surface layers down. Much better than alcohol when you're working with Monster Clay is a mineral spirit. And if you don't like the smell, I found this, I mean, I'm sorry it's in Spanish, but I found this sin odor, or without odor, synthetic dissolvent. This works really well for Monster Clay. Takes the surface right down, and then when it dries, it leaves it with a nice matte, smooth finish, which I think works really well. So, as I said, exactly the same consistency, exactly the same clay, only in a grey colour. So, thanks very much to Monster Makers for listening to their customers and providing us with a new colour to work with. I presume it's out on the market because this is a retail pack. It's not a test box, so I presume it's already out to buy. Go buy it. Go enjoy it. Best clay on the market, hands down. Thank you, Monster Makers. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.